You have the Elizabethan period here.
Yes.
I have the Rita period that's going on.
Tom Hanks is over there.
I invited him. He's my personal guest. I said, Tom, you got to get your ass to the premiere. And he said, fine.
Nothing to do with Rita then.
No, I had to tell him that she was in the show. He was like, what? Oh my God, I really do have to come. Yeah.
Yay! They're back together!
I was like, whose sexy back is that?
We just met, but if you knew me, #1 girls fan. So I'm #1 Lena fan.
Reading the comments is like cocaine, okay? Here's an analogy. Nothing good's ever happened there.
Well said. Well said. Anton, are you ready?
I'm getting that a lot. And it's
Why would you do this? You little shit. Why did you do that to her? You were so convincing as a bad guy.
I was asked that for years about Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Why'd you do it? And now I get it all over again.
You look so lovely in person, but you're such a shit in this.
Yeah.
You're a very fashionable cast, actually.
Thank you. I can't take credit. This was my neighbours who put this look together.
I love that. Can I please be friends with your neighbour?
Yeah, they are amazing.
It's the pink hair.
Where is the pink hair? R.I.P.
Come on.
R.I.P. to the pink hair. The pink hair, I will say, ruined my hair in a way that you couldn't even possibly imagine. It was candy. It was a fire hazard by the end of it, so I had to grow it out.
I think it's such a smart, funny, on-point show. And I was just saying to all the guys, what I love as a woman of colour is I hate it when people tick boxes. This feels like this is just society. This is just the way the world looks.
London.
And it's... You said it.
That's so nice to hear.
It's the truth, though. Making this with your other half, what was that like?
It really is an extension of our joy and love, our love is the nucleus of this show. And to be able to go to work, it took us a year to make this, roughly, give or take, and to spend every day making this with someone, that I adore.
Often women don't get to be shown like this on screen, and I love that for you.
It feels so amazing to play someone who's so realistic, and I've definitely put a lot of myself in that character, and Lena did, and it felt just so amazing. And I also love that you don't always get to see the side in a show where you see parts of the bad relationship. I feel like that's really cool to see that it wasn't all bad. And sorry, Jessica is incredible and everybody in the show is.
Tell me about Lena Dunham, because director, writer, actor, does it all.
Yeah.
What makes her so special as somebody who's got to know her?
She's just so smart. She is. I mean, obviously, she's a brilliant writer and a brilliant director, and the fact that she's able to wear all these hats while still maintaining sanity, some sense of sanity, is something that should be commended and applauded, and she's just the best. I don't know, I worked with her on Girls, and we've been friends since then, and she texted me and she wanted me to do this, and then I read it and I was like, oh shit.
But be a baddie.
But there was no hesitation. I still obviously wanted to do it because I love her so much.
I don't have enough time to say that she is magic. She is such a genius, and there's absolutely no one like her. And I feel unbelievably lucky to have worked with her.
Lena Dunham.
Tell me about it.
What an absolute G, writer, director, actor. Give me a sense of what you learned being in her presence and what makes her so special.
Honestly, so much. She's the nicest person in the world. She's so supportive. She's so funny, obviously, but also to run a show while being so kind is unbelievable. And I guess it also makes you go, there's no need to be anything other than just the nicest person ever while you do this. It made it so fun. The whole thing was just really, really fun.
I was thinking, you are funny, you are brilliant in this. How much joy did you have?
So much fun. I every day going to work was I can't believe how happy I am, because it's Lena. She writes women in an incredible way. She's able to write in a way that allows you to say what you would be thinking if you weren't saying it, and yet she voices it. So, I mean, she's so incredibly current, modern, and yet she makes everything look like it's so spontaneous, but it's all thought out.
She's everything. They've described, a lot of people say she's magical. How would you sum her up?
Babe, I cannot, her ability to, her referencing, her ability to observe humans is like nothing I've ever seen before. Like, it really is. It's like her characters are so multi-dimensional and like flawed and real and crazy. But like, I know loads of those people. Do you know what I mean? I might not hang out with them, but I do, and I think we all do. Even in all her shows,
That's
you
what
know.
makes her special.
And she is so kind and, like, she's safe. She's just like a very, very safe individual.
I know for me personally, getting to play Josie, who is gender non-conforming and gay, as am I, and to be able to play that was such a huge honor and so exciting, and really meant the world.
Yeah.
Your character is a bit of a naughty, like he knows what he wants and he goes and gets it. Tell me, for you personally, what is a non-negotiable in a relationship?
Ooh. Oh God, should I be really earnest and say?
No, be honest.
Don't
try and be cute.
Immediate warmth and lack of pretend kind of.
Pretentious behaviour.
Yeah, I think I used to be really obsessed with people who were like quite sort of like sincere and like quiet, and I'm like, don't be like that. Just be like, hi.
Oh, so be like me.
Yeah, be like you. My God, flirting again.
Stop it. And what's your one non-negotiable in a relationship?
Oh, you know what? I think it's important to be extremely hot and also have the same core values, of course.
Hotness first.
Non-negotiable.
Not having it.
My wife is a very angry driver, which
My other half's like
obviously I gave in, I caved, because I knew this going in.
Okay.
But normally that would be something that would be on my no list.
So there were a lot of yeses that trumped the no.
Oh, totally. Yeah, way too many yeses to even make that. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, it's like. Yeah, no, she's the best. But yeah, she is a very angry driver, and it does cause me a lot of stress to be in the car with her.
I know you're a mama and you're in a happy relationship, but before him, what was your non-negotiable? What was the one thing that you were like not having it in a relationship?
Oh, what's a non-negotiable? Like, just, I can't think this. I just like don't wear your outdoor clothes on my bed. Yeah.
That's my favourite.
Sorry, it's horrible.
What are you not having in your life when it comes to your other half?
I must have blackout shades when I sleep.
Absolutely true.
It's true.
I mean, literally, like
Or I can't sleep.
there's a postage stamp size gap. You need to take
That's
care
so
of that
true.
before we go to bed, and I do.
Compassion. I was like, God, that's actually really, yeah, but I think compassion and kindness and openness, but I mean, we're all just learning with relationships, you know.
Megan.
Yeah.
Every time I saw her on screen, Jess is so endearing. Even when she's being a bit of a shit, I just love her. Did you enjoy those scenes with her? And were you cracking up and like, keep it together?
I mean, she's so talented. Like, she could do comedy, obviously. You know, you've seen her on Hacks. You know she could do comedy, and she's brilliant at improv. But she can also do drama, which I don't even think she knew. I mean, don't quote me on that.
He's like, just in case she says, excuse me.
Maybe she knew that all along. I have no idea. But she, watching her do these serious scenes, I was like, oh, damn, I got to step up my game. She's wonderful, and I assume she's going to get at least nominated for everything.
Megan's a genius. Megan Stalter is a genius.
Why do I love her face? Like, she just smiles.
Because you have two eyes.
She's so funny. She's so endearing to watch on screen. Tell me what it was like to vibe with her.
Unreal. She's the nicest person in the world and the best improviser ever. Like, she could make the driest dialogue in the world hysterical, and this is also amazing dialogue.
Sometimes they say never ever work with your other half. You two have done it a few times now. So what is the
Don't
secret?
work with your other half if it doesn't work, but if it works, then
Why not?
yeah, if it ain't broke. Yeah.
I mean, you are her Felix. She kind of moved here for you.
She's my Felix. What's our secret? I don't know, everyone's different, but I think just try it out. Don't be afraid, and if it works, it works, and just be honest and communicate and listen. Especially if you're a man, just shut up and have a listen.
Can you say that louder for the people in the back?
I think we're gonna have to say it. Put that on a delay on that one.
I
Put a
know.
donk on it.
If you're a man, just shut up and listen. I just repeated it for you. I love that you've come to support. Like, it's so nice. He's not standing over there. He's right here next to you.
I know. That's how he rolls. That's why he's the guy.
Who passes this opportunity up? Not me. Are you kidding?
Guys, thank
I
you
get a free trip out of all of it.